Speaking on that, one of your reasons, right? Because you said you are a bit of a jealous person.
Yeah.
Do you think that this friendship, this best friend or whatever, this relationship could possibly evolve to something else? And now you got a problem in your marriage, like you know what I mean?
I don't think it's. It could be trustworthiness and insecurity, but I also just think that again, there's just certain things that you do when you're married.
So you went to school, like you had intelligent conversations, dialogue with males in the class, right? So what's to say, like when I hang out with friends, we shoot the shit, we talk about politics, sports, whatever, across the gamut. And if there's a female friend who I can do that with, like I don't look at her any different because she's a female versus a male, and just because I'm with somebody or I'm married, like those conversations and that we had it's still there, right? So it's kind of, to me, it's unless it's the trust or the insecurity, what's the other reason why?
What if your wife trusts you but not her? Huh? What if it's like, I love my husband, I trust my husband, but that heifer over there is too eager to have dinner with my man? Like, why are you asking 3-4 times? He's busy.
But that speaks upon me though. Like, you gotta have trust in me and be like, listen, like
why be in that situation? What if someone else sees you and it's like, Iman's man is,
she actually has a really good point because when because we were talking about hijabs and like the deen earlier. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam allowed his wife Aisha radiyallahu went to on a journey, and she didn't go with her husband, she went with a man, and they were riding around the desert and so on and so forth, and and a couple of people saw them on the way. And by the time news got back, it was said that Aisha was with so-and-so, and, like, the stories were fabricated and so on and so forth.
Broken telephone.
But at the same time, like, even though your intentions are good, and even the opposite sex, like, their intention are good, it's just the fact that those stories can come about.
So we're living our lives to please other people.
No.
I think it's respect.
Wait, the hadith is a lesson learned.
Yes.
And that lesson learned was meant that was God's lesson to us. So it's not has nothing to do with other people. It also it's again like your hikmah to God. Like it's like your hak to God as well. Like when you are married, I don't care about relationships because those things are fake. When you are in a marriage, there are certain things that you have to do.
Yes, and Zainab, what I think you're referring to is that in Islam, it's said that if men and women are going to speak, they have to speak in two pretenses, and that's in the pursuit of marriage and that of business. So this idea of subhanallah, obviously my neighbor is not my business partner, khalas, and one day, we grew up together, so one day he may ask me, hi, can I have tea, or hey, can I have something? Yes, khalas, I will give it to him. It's my haq, he's my neighbor, right? Mm-hmm. And he's someone I grew up with. But at the end of the day, it's this idea of aligning your intentions, right? There's a reason why Allah says there are dangerous lines outside of when you don't do something the way He wants, and it's true. Like there are brothers who I'll think are my friends, and then somebody catches feelings. Khalas, it just happens. Yeah. Somebody catches feelings.
A man and a woman in a room. The third is
the shaitan.
And somebody catches feelings, and if they don't catch feelings, I'll find myself getting too comfortable, or they'll find themselves getting too comfortable, and it's kind of like relax. Like we have no haq on each other. Like what's happening? So this idea of when it's told to us, men and women can be friends in two pretenses, not really friends, but that of the pursuit of marriage, because you have to get to know each other, and then the other one as business, because it's going to happen. You're going to have a colleague, you have an end goal, you have to get to the end goal, so you have to work together. But this idea of aligning your intentions and always being self-aware of what this brother or what this sister is to you. Mm-hmm. And yeah, Zainab, it's I absolutely agree. It's this idea of when you are married, like my mom never wakes up a single morning doubtful of what my dad is doing. And it's this idea of when I'm walking, like I'm speaking like I'm my dad, like I walk as her husband, and you will know that, and I will let you know that. And this is a sense of respect. But if my husband makes it so a woman gets comfortable to be able to talk to her outside the boundaries of Islam, and it's more than everyday conversation, there's a problem on my husband. Like he's not being my husband. You can't be somebody. A person can feel like so comfortable. You just can't. And when you're Muslim, I feel a lot more tough on the person, where it's kind of like, man.
So that's a no for you. I'm gonna say that's a no for you.
Yeah,
that's a yes for Kareem. Ferris. We got Bueller. We got Samantha. What do you guys think?
Well, I mean, if we're talking about marriage, and my wife is that friendship shit is. for not having that.
Yeah.
That's there's too much room to maneuver.
Too much Uber.
Yeah, no, I think I'm slick with the tongue myself. I know what I can do, and I don't put it past the next nigga to be that. There's a lot of guys who are in it for the long haul, and they're just waiting for their moment to strike. And I know some dudes that are like that personally. So you know, when you see it happen, time and time again, I'm just not gonna let that happen. Sorry, guys.
Samantha.
She's gonna be your best friend. Shit, you better be a saint of God, or you better be your brother,
or financial
or you better
advisor,
be your father, or your son,
or financial advisor.
There are saints of God, by the way.
What?
You better be a good, real, that's possible. But the thing is, it's very, very,
Someone
very
Islam Q&A that.
Very slim.
Oh, sorry, say that again. I'm sorry.
Islam Q&A, saint of gods.
I don't. What did you mean by that? Sorry.
A pious Muslim.
Would a pious Muslim be friends with a married woman and having coffee with her?
Okay.
Let him know.
Okay, got it.
No, but Kareem, if you're not...
So let's give Samantha
I'm saying
an
that person better be like an actual person who's good for us. You know what I'm saying? Someone who's perhaps teaching the wife things that I cannot teach properly, because knowledge is something it's like money. If you don't have it, you cannot give it.
Right.
Otherwise, I'm burning myself. You know what I mean? I can't if I don't have the knowledge. I can't give it to somebody.
So
right?
you're okay
So
for your wife to be friends as long as he's somebody that is bringing
But that's the
positivity.
pretense of business
for sure.
again. It's like this idea of...
and I agree
let's
exactly.
teach it.
I kind of basically agree with the whole panel here. So.
But my whole thing is like the conversation you're saying, like you're talking to a male friend, you're gonna tell him you're bloated and stuff like that. But I mean, it depends on the context. Like if my wife, which is you in this hypothetical context, right? So if you're talking to a guy every single day and you're seeing him like 3 times a week, like that's extreme, right?
But that's what a best friend is.
No, I said I started by I don't believe in best friend. I mean good friend, somebody that you hang out with once a month. You may go grab coffee with, whatever. That to me, that's no big deal. Didn't I start with but
you're saying I don't believe in best friend because all my friends are my best friends.
No. Hold on.
Stop.
But what did you say at the beginning? They can't have any friends. So to me, like
when you're a girl, remember your man can have 4 wives, so he could be recruiting in the back of his head. You know what I mean?
But I'm just talking about this whole concept where like if you're married, you can't have any friends of the opposite. Like to me,
I have so many cousins that are girls that you can chill with. I'm cool with that.
But like, I feel like everybody in this example was taking it to the other extreme, where you come home and you're on the phone and he's telling you that he's bloated, or he comes home and he's in his boxers in your house. Like that's an extreme case. Like you know what I mean?
Sure.
So, but like,
So
I can have
so
good.
how about I give you this? So you're married, and she just simply says, you know what? I'm uncomfortable with this situation. You guys are a little too, and to you it may be something very simple, once a month is a little too much for Iman. So would you at least hear out your wife and say, whoa, if that's how it makes you feel, honey, I'm gonna tone it down because I want to make sure you're comfortable.
Yeah,
I would, but I would say before we got married, she would have seen, like, you know what I mean? Like that's how I live my life. Like, you know what I mean?
Janaza, like,
Oh.
no one's saying you
can't
see.
So to me, it's like the whole no friends thing. To me, is the far extreme, because I want my wife to be able to live a life, have social life, have friends, and I don't want her to be like, oh well, there's a male in this room, like Kareem wouldn't like this. I gotta get my person. I gotta leave. You know what I mean? Like,
a group setting is fair.
No, but I mean, like, the group setting, but whatever. But like, even if you have like a good male friend now, and it's like, oh, today you're a good friend, tomorrow I'm married. Sorry, we done. Like to me, that's
it's not like
there's
that.
Respect. It's today. You're single then.
You
now
said no
you're
friends.
Listen. Now you're married. Okay. I'm probably not gonna check you solo dolo, but if there's a group dinner, for sure.
Yeah.
But don't call them just to say how's your day. Call them if something happened. Call them if there's a problem. But don't call them just because they're on your. Or was that person on your mind for you to just randomly up and call her?
Yeah.
Why did you need to call her?
Yeah.
That's the things I don't understand.
Yeah.
There has to be a purpose for that phone call. If there's a dinner and they're all going to dinner, and maybe his friends are his friends and my friends are my friends, and there's 5 of them, and they're mixed genders. I'm cool with that because there's supervision in the room.
hypothetical.
I don't know what homegirl's saying to them on the solo.
Yeah. So
hypothetical. So suppose I hadn't seen them in like 3-4 months, and I grabbed coffee with them.
Okay.
Is that kosher or not kosher?
What are you going to do when I'm in the car, just in the parking lot, just watching
take her
the whole
with
thing?
No. Like suppose like after work I went.
After work, you grab coffee for them, and then you could sleep on the couch. Tell her to join you.
Really?
All right.
So to me that's
Yeah, okay, you know what? To agree to disagree, and it really comes down to what Halima said earlier. Intentions are definitely something that drives the yes and no's. And yes, Iman, I agree with you in the sense of some women.
also,
Kareem, I know sometimes, not everything in the world is like kosher. Like it's not and not everything is bubblegum. There are women out there. First of all, people are hungry out here, right? There is a lot more women than men in this world, and everybody's trying to get married.
Did you watch The First Wife? Did you see homegirl that came in and said, "I will be the second wife"? She came into that. She fed him, baked him little cookies while he went to work, and grabbed the coffee. That's how they met.
That's friendship.
That's how they met.
That's friendship.
It started off with friendship.
No, it is true. You know, guys, check out that episode, Tales of the First Wife. Tales of the First Wife.
I'm not saying everybody's a bad person or everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just feel personally everybody has their limits. And
intentions are really big, guys. So we'll wrap it up with that, right? We'll keep it short. And check out the episode with Tales Wife. That's a plug right there.
Didn't her book come out?
Yes, her book is about to come out in about 2 weeks, inshallah. So hopefully we can do a recap of what the book, so we can get some copies and see how the story ended, right? Her life. It's not a story, it's her life, so I shouldn't say that. But anyway, stay tuned for our last segment of this episode, which is our listener letter. All right? And we out.